Have you ever wondered why some people, despite having incredible inner strength and a powerful sense of purpose, are born into families that seem to challenge them at every step? What if the very chaos, misunderstandings, and toxicity in their environment are the keys to their growth and awakening? This question stirs something deep within because many of us have experienced moments where we felt out of place, wondering why our family dynamic feels so heavy. What if I told you that these experiences are not a curse, but a carefully designed path meant to shape you into the person you were destined to become? Stick around, and by the end of this video, you'll uncover the spiritual truth behind why chosen ones often find themselves in the most challenging familial environments. You'll see how each struggle and pain has a deeper meaning, pushing you towards becoming the person you are meant to be. In this video, we'll explore 10 profound reasons why chosen individuals are born into toxic families, and I promise each explanation will resonate with your soul. We'll dive into spiritual insights, real-life examples, and compelling storytelling that will keep you hooked. Plus, by understanding these reasons, you'll gain a fresh perspective on your own life journey and learn how to harness these challenges for your growth. If you're someone who has ever felt like the black sheep of your family, like you were meant for something greater than the world around you seems to allow, then this video is for you. Stay with us, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more insights and empowering content. 1. Awakening through contrast. From the moment we're born, our surroundings begin to shape us. For chosen ones, being placed in a toxic family is no accident. It's like planting a seed in rocky soil. The struggle to grow creates deeper roots. Toxicity in the family environment serves as a stark contrast to the love and light these individuals carry. It's through this contrast that they begin to awaken to their purpose. Imagine a bright star shining in the darkest night. That star's brilliance wouldn't be as evident if it weren't surrounded by darkness. Similarly, chosen ones often face negativity, criticism, and misunderstandings that force them to seek their true light. In this process, they develop resilience, self-awareness, and a unique ability to rise above circumstances. Spiritual teachings often say that challenges are opportunities in disguise. For chosen ones, the toxic family dynamic becomes the crucible where they forge their strength. It pushes them to question, to seek, and to grow in ways that a comfortable life might not allow. It's not about punishment, but preparation for a greater calling. A story that illustrates this is of a girl who grew up constantly belittled by her family. Instead of succumbing to the negativity, she began journaling her thoughts and emotions, finding solace in writing. Years later, she became a celebrated author, her painful experiences fueling stories that inspired millions. This shows how contrast, the toxic environment, can ignite one's inner power. Life is a balance of opposites. Without the shadow, the light cannot be seen. The same applies here. Toxicity, while painful, forces chosen ones to turn inward, find their truth, and rise as beacons of hope and healing. The contrast becomes their catalyst for transformation. 2. Breaking generational cycles. Many chosen ones are born into families with deep-rooted patterns of dysfunction. These patterns might span generations, manifesting as unresolved trauma, toxic behaviors, or harmful belief systems. The chosen one's purpose is to break these cycles. Imagine a river flowing through a rocky path for centuries, its course set in stone. Then, one day, a new current begins to shift its direction. That current represents the chosen one. They're the ones who bring awareness to the toxic patterns, challenging the status quo and disrupting the flow. This role isn't easy. It often involves standing up against family norms, questioning long-held beliefs, and sometimes facing alienation. But their courage to confront these issues can create ripple effects that transform future generations. By healing themselves, they heal the lineage. Take the story of a man who grew up in a family plagued by addiction. Instead of following the same path, he sought therapy, educated himself, and became an advocate for mental health. His children grew up in a completely different environment, free from the shadows of addiction. This is the power of breaking cycles. Spirituality teaches us that healing isn't just personal, it's collective. When a chosen one heals, they not only liberate themselves, but also pave the way for others to do the same. They're like a lighthouse, guiding their family, and sometimes even their community, towards a brighter future. The pain they endure is often the price of this transformation. But with each step, they rewrite the story for those who come after them. They're not just survivors, they're trailblazers of healing and hope. 3. Building empathy and compassion. When chosen ones grow up in toxic environments, they experience pain firsthand. This pain becomes the foundation for their incredible capacity for empathy and compassion. They understand suffering deeply, which makes them natural healers and supporters for others. Think about someone who has faced rejection throughout their life. When they see another person being rejected, they can immediately connect to that pain. This connection allows them to offer genuine support and understanding. Their past wounds become the bridge that connects them to others. In many spiritual traditions, it's said that suffering softens the heart. For chosen ones, this softening is crucial. Their experiences make them less judgmental, more accepting, and deeply committed to alleviating the pain of others. Their compassion becomes their superpower. This quality often draws people to them. Friends, colleagues, and even strangers sense their authenticity and seek their guidance. They become beacons of hope, reminding others that it's possible to rise above adversity. One woman, for instance, who was criticized relentlessly by her family for her dreams of becoming an artist, eventually found success. Today, she mentors aspiring artists, encouraging them to pursue their passions regardless of criticism. Her empathy comes from knowing what it feels like to be doubted. Chosen one's compassion doesn't just heal others, it heals themselves too. By helping others, they find purpose and meaning in their struggles. Their pain becomes a source of strength, transforming them into agents of love and healing. 4. Discovering inner strength. Life within a toxic family forces chosen ones to dig deep into their reservoirs of inner strength. When faced with constant negativity, they learn to rely on themselves in ways others might never need to. This self-reliance becomes the foundation for their resilience and ability to face life's challenges. In their early years, they might feel overwhelmed, wondering why the burden feels so heavy. Over time, however, they begin to recognize the hidden reserves of courage and determination within. Toxicity often brings moments of isolation, but these moments are where their inner strength is forged. Consider a young man raised in a household filled with criticism and lack of emotional support. He started finding solace in meditation, a practice that helped him connect with his inner core. Over time, he built a successful career and became a motivational speaker, inspiring others to discover their strength in adversity. Spiritual growth often stems from adversity. Toxic families unknowingly create the conditions for chosen ones to tap into their spiritual power, allowing them to rise above negativity. This inner strength not only helps them survive but thrive, setting an example for others to follow. When life's storms rage, their strength shines like an unshakable tree rooted deeply in the ground. Toxicity becomes the harsh wind that strengthens their foundation, proving that their spirit is unbreakable. This discovery of inner strength is one of the most profound gifts hidden within the struggles of a toxic family environment. 5. Cultivating forgiveness and healing. Navigating a toxic family environment often brings chosen ones face to face with anger, resentment, and emotional pain. However, this path also offers them an incredible opportunity to learn forgiveness, both for others and for themselves. Forgiveness doesn't mean excusing harmful behavior, but rather choosing to release the emotional weight that comes with it. In a toxic family, Negative patterns often leave deep scars. These scars, while painful, are also where the light of healing can enter. Forgiveness acts as the key to this healing. By forgiving, chosen ones reclaim their power, freeing themselves from the grip of bitterness and hurt. Take the example of a woman who grew up with a neglectful parent. For years, she carried resentment, blaming her parent for her struggles. Through therapy and spiritual practice, she learned to see her parents' own wounds and limitations. This understanding allowed her to forgive, and in doing so, she found peace within herself. Forgiveness isn't a one-time event but a journey. Chosen ones often revisit old wounds, finding deeper layers of healing with each act of forgiveness. This process not only heals them, but also creates an atmosphere of love and acceptance, transforming their relationships. Spiritual teachings emphasize that forgiveness is more about the forgiver than the forgiven. It's about letting go of the chains that bind one to the past. For chosen ones, forgiveness becomes a superpower, helping them move forward with clarity and purpose. Storytelling plays a vital role here. When chosen ones share their journey of forgiveness, they inspire others to do the same. Their stories become a source of hope, showing that even the deepest wounds can heal. Through forgiveness, they transform their pain into a profound source of strength and wisdom. Every act of forgiveness is a step towards freedom. It's a reminder that while chosen ones may not control their past, they hold the power to shape their future, a future rooted in love, healing, and inner peace. 6. Discovering the power of boundaries. Chosen ones often endure years of toxicity before realizing one of the most transformative lessons: the power of boundaries. Living within a toxic family teaches them the importance of protecting their energy, prioritizing their mental health, and asserting their worth. Boundaries are like invisible shields that help chosen ones define what they will and won't tolerate. At first, setting boundaries can feel daunting. Toxic family members may react with anger, manipulation, or guilt. However, this resistance is often a sign that the boundary is necessary and transformative. Take, for example, a man who constantly gave in to his family's unrealistic demands. He felt drained and unappreciated until he decided to say no. The initial backlash was tough, but over time, he realized that his boundaries gave him the freedom to focus on his goals and inner peace. He became an example for others to follow. Spirituality teaches us that boundaries are not walls, but bridges to healthier relationships. They allow chosen ones to interact with others from a place of love and respect rather than resentment or exhaustion. By establishing boundaries, they demonstrate self-love and encourage others to do the same. Learning to say no is one of the most powerful acts of self-care. For chosen ones, boundaries become tools for reclaiming their time, energy, and purpose. These shields protect them from the chaos of toxicity, allowing them to channel their energy into growth and healing. Moreover, boundaries don't just protect chosen ones, they also teach others how to treat them. Over time, toxic family members may begin to respect these limits, creating space for healthier dynamics. Even if the relationship doesn't improve, chosen ones gain the clarity and strength to move forward without guilt. Ultimately, the power of boundaries lies in their ability to transform lives. They help chosen ones step into their power, ensuring they can fulfill their purpose without being weighed down by unnecessary negativity. Boundaries are not just barriers. They are the foundation of self-respect and freedom.